Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that everybody please take their seat. The program is going to begin. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that everybody please take your seat. The program is going to begin. Thank you. All righty. Well, Trustee Alonso, President Pumariega, President Jessel, Provost Harrison, Provost Behar, faculty, staff, friends, Shark, Panthers, good morning. Buenos dias. Excellent. Welcome to FIU MDC Day 2024. My name is Robert Parando, and I proudly serve as the Vice President of IT and CIO for MDC, and your MC this morning. This event commemorates 26 years of educational collaboration between Miami-Dade College and Florida International University in support of transfer student success. Let's take a quick poll of the room. By a show of hands, how many of you in the room are transfer students? Excellent. Then you all know how important it is for two institutions to come together to support transfer student success. Whether it be the creation of seamless guided pathways, student support services, or opportunities for students to participate in events and activities prior to transfer. That is why we value and come together on MDC FIU Day. It gives all of us an opportunity to reflect on the work that we do to support students and the innovative work that we must continue to do as shared partners. That said, I am honored to introduce our first speaker this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Robert Alonzo, Miami-Dade College District Board of Trustee and Miami-Dade County Public School Board member. Trustee Alonzo.
Good morning. What an incredible day. You know, when you asked to raise a hand, I was thinking, do I raise my hand? I'm actually one of those. I am one of those transfer students and a product of Miami-Dade Community College. When I came here, now it's Miami-Dade College and FIU. And I'm so proud of that. I share it every day as I go out throughout the community. And I tell everybody that it's so amazing how we have this opportunity right here in our community to have two incredible institutions that are preparing all of our students to be future ready, to be ready for those careers, whether it be in AI, business, law, medicine. It's just an incredible opportunity that we offer to so many. And being here today to see that this partnership continues to grow every day and giving our students those opportunities. We know it's tougher and tougher each day for our students to get accepted into institutions, and providing these different pathways where they can now come to Miami-Dade College and get their bachelor's degree and then go off to FIU and get their master's degree is just an incredible opportunity for all of our students. So as a board member here and a trustee at Miami-Dade College, it really brings me great joy to continue to see this. So I want to thank President Pumariega as well as President Jessel for continuing to work together and for putting all egos aside and focusing on what's important, which is our students and our community. And that's what we always all have to continue doing. So may we all enjoy this day. May God bless us as this journey continues, and let's continue to help our students excel in this community. So thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Alonzo, for everything you do for our students throughout our community. It is also an honor for me to introduce our next speaker. Madeline Pumariega is a trailblazer in higher education, serving as the first female president appointed to lead Miami-Dade College, the nation's largest institution for higher education. Before assuming the presidency at MDC, President Pumariega made history as the first female and Hispanic chancellor of the Florida college system. During her tenure, several of the FCS's 28 colleges, which serve 800,000 students, rose in the rankings of U.S. News and World Report. Florida was also named #1 in higher education by U.S. News. In 2019, President Pumariega became the Executive Vice President and Provost of Tallahassee Community College. A visionary leader with a passion for education and workforce development, under President Pumariega's presidency at Miami-Dade College, she has secured more than $100 million in funding. Dedicated to shaping higher education to meet the evolving needs of industries, President Pumariega prioritizes collaboration with business partners to align educational program with workforce demands, ensuring talent is prepared for the future of work. In addition to her role at MDC, President Pumariega continues to make a profound impact on education at local, state, and national levels, serving on the board of American Council on Education and serving as the chair on the board of the Florida Prepaid Foundation. In addition, President Pumariega is the first vice chair of the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce and is a member of the Council on Foreign Relations and the Orange Bowl Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome MDC's visionary leader, President Madeline Pumariega.
Good morning, everyone. It's still hard for me to hear those introductions. Still say I'm that kid from Hialeah. Like many of us in this room that come to Miami-Dade College and then to FIU. Our partnership is long and historic. You know, you think about the beginnings on this campus where it all started in 1960, and then you think about FIU and how we started. For many of you in the room, when we first started, The college only offered 100 and 200 level courses, and FIU started only as offering 300 and 400 level courses, not any 100 and 200. But I want to say that at that time, there might have been 600,000 residents in Miami-Dade County. Today, with nearly 3 million households and residents in Miami-Dade County, you would find it hard not to find a household that has not been impacted by Miami-Dade County Public Schools, Miami-Dade College, and FIU. I say that when you knock on doors, either somebody went to Miami-Dade College, then FIU, went to Miami-Dade County Public Schools, then Miami-Dade College. We are everywhere together. And as I said last night in an event where we were celebrating 35 years of the School for Advanced Studies and 15 years of the Academy of Academics at FIU, think about this community without Miami-Dade County Public Schools, Miami-Dade College, and FIU. And fortunately, we never have to think that way, because I believe that the partnership is only getting stronger. That we continue to work together, we continue to innovate in the ways that we can articulate like we will today. You know, a lot of the early days, 26 years ago, when we were doing these, we were, focused on just 2 + 2. Today, we focus on, 2 + 2 + 1. And what we're doing together is building the workforce of Miami-Dade County for today and for tomorrow. I am one who believes that while there's a narrative out there that says that maybe college is not for everyone, maybe a private 4-year university may not be for everyone. But in Florida and in Miami-Dade County, you will go to the #1 higher education system by coming to MDC, then FIU, and leave both of our institutions debt-free, because we're affordable, we're high quality, we're accessible. FIU continues in the U.S. News Report to increase in the rankings among UF and FSU. I know Seminoles and Gators, the Panthers are right on your heels as they continue to rise in those ranks as well, not only as a top-notch university, but research university, medical school, law school, most increased, not increased, but the highest bar exam pass rates. And I think that's something for us to all be proud of and celebrate. While today we'll sign a partnership about our bachelor's in applied sciences transferring into the master's program at FIU, don't get distracted. The reality is that less than 7% of our students are in a bachelor's track. The great majority are in the associate's track. And their goal is to get to a university, and that's our goal for them. I am still a firm believer that there's nowhere else that a 21-year-old should sit around is on a university campus somewhere, building not only the cultural capital, but most importantly, the social capital that comes with sitting at a university. And so I want us to just continue to work on that, knowing that at a time where we must increase in a knowledge economy and a skills economy, access to higher education, that we work together in making sure that our MDC students that go to FIU are at the top of the class. I know that they are in many majors. They outperform even Native University students. I want them to perform in every major, not only Native University students, but any transfer students. And we will only do it with the faculty-to-faculty connection. The truth is that I wish that President Jessel and I could take the credit. We can't. The magic happens in the classroom. It happens where students have the nurturing environment among world-class faculty at both of our institutions, and it happens at the deans and chairs levels. That's where you work and you get creative and innovative in finding ways that make sure that when we do the handoff is perfectly done. And so I want to thank all of you for everything that you do. I want to especially thank Phil Jarafa, who really runs our articulation and data and everything that Phil does in our articulation agreement, and give him credit there. And I'd like to close by thanking Provost Behar and Provost Harrison. If you could stand and be recognized. The reality is the academy is the most important cornerstone of our institutions, and the two of you work tirelessly to make sure that we have the academy first and foremost in all of our decision-making. So I know I speak on behalf of President Jessel in thanking the two of you in getting this day and keeping us together. So thank you for your leadership and commitment and success. So to everyone, I hope today is a wonderful day, and I hope that we take the time to celebrate that this is special. I can tell you, working at the state level, not every local college and university celebrate this day together, make a commitment to continue to do it, to improve and be better, not just for ourselves, but on behalf of our students. And so I'm proud to be here today to host our FIU Friends, and most importantly, for the collegiality and the friendships that I know emerge from these days. And I'm excited that we'll sign some new articulation agreements on behalf of our students and our community. So thank you for all of your work.
Thank you, Madam President. Here to deliver additional welcome remarks is FIU President Dr. Kenneth A. Jessel. Kenneth A. Jessel is FIU's 6th president. Prior to becoming president, President Jessel served as Chief Financial Officer and Senior Vice President for Finance and Administration for 13 years. During his tenure, he was responsible for the management and administration of financial, facility, and business service operations of the university. President Jessel is also a professor of finance in the College of Business Administration at FIU. Prior to joining FIU in 2009, President Jessel served as the Senior Vice President for Financial Affairs at Florida Atlantic University. During his 26-year career at FAU, he held several key positions, including Interim University Provost, Interim Vice President for University Advancement and Executive Director of the FAU Foundation, Associate University Provost, and Associate Dean in the College of Business Administration. President Jessel is a product of Florida's state university system, earning a bachelor's in political science, an MBA, and a doctor of philosophy from Florida State University. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming FIU's 6th president, Dr. Kenneth A. Jessel.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day in South Florida. I am so honored and delighted to be part of the welcoming team to Miami-Dade College FIU Day, right here being hosted at Miami-Dade College. This is an amazing collaboration. As President Pumariega said, we never have to think about education in Miami-Dade County in South Florida without thinking about FIU and Miami-Dade College. Together, we have the most impact of any educational community throughout the country, and I would argue throughout the world. Nobody touches more lives than our two institutions. And our work together as the two leading institutions in this community is a shining example of how educational institutions can and must work together to serve the needs of our students, community members, and our growing population. As Trustee Alonso said, it is about the students. And every day, each and every one of us, which means each and every one of you, focus on what can we do to improve student outcomes? What can we do as an educational community to improve the lives of those individuals once they graduate from Miami-Dade, once they graduate from FIU, and become active members in our community, to solve the problems of today, to solve the problems of the future, and improve the economic lives of all of our citizens. I can tell you that together we are nurturing the development of future leaders, future researchers in all industries of today and those of the future. Now, we have been hearing that today marks, and you see it on some of the markings, today marks 26 years of an amazing partnership, a long-standing partnership between our two institutions. But the reality is, this is really a 52-year partnership. This started on day one for FIU. When we opened our doors in 1972 as President Pumareger mentioned, an upper division university, we opened with 5,667 students, which was the largest opening day enrollment of any institution of higher learning in the country. And I would suspect even today that record has not been broken. But importantly, 80% or 4,500 of those students were Miami-Dade college students. So we have been intertwined from day one. You can't talk about FIU students without talking about Miami-Dade college students. Last year alone, we welcomed about 6,000 new transfer students from the Florida college system, and 3,800 of those were from Miami-Dade College. That means 65% of all transfer students at FIU came from Miami-Dade College. And the transfer rate of students with an AA degree, is at an impressive 80%. 80%. This means that a vast majority of Miami-Dade college students enter FIU with their AA degree in hand, advancing them into upper division courses from day one, which means they save time, they save money, and they are able to go into the workforce more quickly and start earning money. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Importantly, because it's not just who is entering, it is who is graduating, the completion rate for Miami-Dade college students, whether studying full-time or part-time, stands at over 70%. Amazing. When a lot of institutions are talking about completion rates at the 20, 30, 40, 50%, we are approaching 100%. So there is no doubt that our collaboration is effective and strategic in ensuring that students not only commence, but also successfully navigate and complete their educational journeys toward graduation because of our two institutions. Today, when I look at our 56,000 students, we are approaching 30% of those students that come from Miami-Dade College. 30%. And when I see FIU leadership profiles in the Miami Herald and Miami-Dade College profiles in the paper, I can see the connection. Because I look at your top graduates and I think to myself, these are our top graduates. So together we are definitely better. I want to close by recognizing all of you and thanking all of you for making this partnership so successful. These things don't happen by chance. You don't sign articulation agreements from AS to BS and BS to MS by waiting for chance, happenstance, ad hoc information. No, we are very strategic and very deliberate, and I am proud that we are going to be signing some additional documents today for the articulation agreements from bachelor's to master's. So together we are shaping the minds of people in our community. We are making our communities better. We are improving the lives of so many individuals. Thank you for your dedication, your commitment to our institutions. Go Sharks and go Panthers.
Thank you, Dr. Jessel. Next on our distinguished agenda is an opportunity to learn of all the wonderful work and collaboration that has taken place this past year between MDC and FIU. For that, I invite Dr. Janie Valdez, FIU Assistant Vice President for Enrollment Management and Services, and Dr. Philip Giraffa, MDC Executive Director of Articulation and Academic Pathways, to the stage. Drs. Valdez and Giraffa, take it away.
Thank you. Oh. Whoa. Thank you. Thank you. This is what happens when you wear heels, trying to be fancy. Good morning, everyone. It's really great to be here, and I think the first thing I really want to say is on behalf of Phil and I and everyone is to really thank President Pumariega, President Jussel. Your support speaks volumes about your commitment to higher education in Florida, but in particular to transfer students, and that means a lot. Phil and I were just at the National Institute for the Study of Transfer Students, and to your point, when we talked about these agreements and we talk about our umbrella of Connect for Success, it's amazing how many people come to us and say, how are you doing this? So I think sometimes we take it for granted. And so the message we send out today on social media and these signings is going to be really actually impactful to those partnerships that want to do better and be better for their students. A lot of the work that we do is under the umbrella of Connect for Success. If you are not familiar with that program, and I certainly hope all of you are, this is FIU's nationally recognized transfer admissions pathway that provides thousands of students who are looking and aspiring to transfer from Miami-Dade and other partner colleges across the state with guaranteed admission to their anchor Research One university with completion of the AA degree. Because state articulation really focuses on transfer mobility, we designed Connect for Success with a wider lens, an intentional lens, a purposeful, and really thinking about the student and that student experience to make sure that we are affirming and supporting that transfer student end to end. And so that means everything from pre-transfer advising, which happens with a tandem approach with college advisors and bridge advisors. And if you guys are here, all the advisors, I need a shout out. All right? These folks make it happen on the ground every day. And early enrichment and engagement opportunities to make sure that they maintain that four-year identity. And a lot of these partnerships around grants are doing something spectacular, which is building and maintaining an identity to their discipline, which is a very different approach than how we started this in terms of a general four-year identity. President Jussel mentioned a couple of things, and I swear to you, I have to get an applause for this, because when he talks about transfer in rates at 80%, the national average is 41%. Okay, so 80% of your students are transferring with an AA. What we miss, we are working through the reverse transfer process to get more of those students, because what we know with research is that the AA is the key driver to baccalaureate completion. So that's a really huge amount. Can I please get an applause for that? Thank you. Thank you. The 70%, with also President Jussel talked about is really a big deal. We're making incredible strides at the 2-year marker as well. That national average is 48%. 70%, 48%, folks. So this is really a big deal. So a sign of what we do around Connect for Success is this idea of transfer readiness. You can have your AA degree, but what makes it a stronger student? An AA degree with the prerequisites met, a major selected and ready to take that upper division. That's what really gets the cost effectiveness and the progression and completion. And so in that space, I want to share with you what we do on the ground, what this looks like in action. A lot of it has to do with that advising, and to President Pumariega's point, what happens in the classroom with faculty, and students are transformed by both. So we're seeing more students coming in transfer ready. Our psychology department keeps telling us that students are coming in with that needed statistics course, which was not happening just a few years ago, gets them through the research track on progression and completion a lot quicker than before. Our computer science folks, are you in the house? Computer science, IT, breakthrough tech? They're seeing more students with programming 1 and 2, but more importantly, we were seeing on the ground challenges with alignment. So I'm going to give a shout out to Anselm Knights and Trevor Sikowski, who worked on aligning the Java programming so that students really are going to get through these courses, again, more seamless. And our computer science students are also completing that statistics course that they need. So again, the more they are prepared and have these courses ready, the better. I'm also going to share, since so many folks computer science are here, computer science this past year became the second largest transfer major for Miami-Dade College students. So I know we feel it with an additional 323 students. So I think that's another testament of building that pipeline in technology. I'm going to give you one statistic, and I hope I don't have to tell you to applaud, because based on these action items and what we do on the ground, articulation and action, last graduating class for Miami-Dade College students, 93% of your students completed without excess credit hours. So huge. And then, while articulation and transfer readiness are key to student success, we know that students want and need enriching experiences, which President Pumariega mentioned. More opportunities to engage, to connect, to make meaning, which speaks to our responsibility around that student wellness and sense of belongingness, building educational and social capital, building that confidence, as I said earlier, maintain motivation and that four-year identity. How we've been doing this can seem simple, but ultimately the message that I want to give you is whatever concurrent sessions you're in, you can think big with agreements, and you can think about what can we do even in smaller spaces. Not everything needs to be at scale. So with our wonderful folks from TRIO who are coming in and visiting campus and spending a half a day on campus, our rising scholars and presidential scholars, we have very curated experiences where we're asking those partners, tell us the student's major so that we can have the right people in the room. We had our presidential and rising scholars just a couple of weeks ago. Some of them are actually already transferring to FIU. Some of them are in Connect for Success. And I took this for granted, guilty as charged. A number of those students had FIU as their dream school. They had never stepped foot on our campus. So that campus tour and being there and meeting faculty, staff, and peers can be transformational. So hats off to Ripple and everyone, the whole team, Jaime. It's just, those experiences are transformational. For our Breakthrough Tech Collaborative Grant, we have MDC students participating in Guild, which is the one-week hands-on technology program that's been offered at FIU. Now those MDC students are facilitating workshops here for Miami-Dade students. And finally, just such a point of pride for us, when a year ago, the late Dean Victor Okafor reached out to us and asked us to be a research site for training and mentorship for the STEM Smart Grant. So that invitation meant the world to us, and we are indebted to him and to Marie Castor and to Pablo Sacasa for continuing that support of that partnership. This last summer, we had 7 students participate in 2 of our renowned labs, the Children and Families ADHD Summer Treatment Program and our Cyber Physical Systems Security Lab. These students were working hand in hand with doctoral students and being mentored by renowned faculty. And so those experiences, again, are transformational. 3 of the students who joined the lab last summer are already at FIU and spearheading their research again. So with that, I finish by saying I think we've made the case that we've built the capacity to leverage each other's strengths for the benefit of our students. And I say let's continue to harness that and our collective power and passion to just make greater impact. I couldn't ask for a better partner in this work. So I'm going to lean into Phil to talk about these agreements. He's just been, again, just wonderful. He's a brother. The brother, I have a brother, so I shouldn't say the brother I never had. But the second brother I really wanted. And right, and my and still to this day my favorite New York transplant. So, thank you very much.
Everybody tends to say that now, but like when the Knicks play the Heat, which is going to be foreseen soon, then the love that you have for me is going to be a little bit different. Okay, so I apologize beforehand. But what I could add on is, when we were at the National Institute for Student Transfer Success, we had an opportunity to present on 3 key categories. And I'm going to talk to table in the top left-hand corner, because that is a table full of students that were brought here by a political science professor. So what do we know? We know that guided pathways are important, and guided pathways are central to the faculty. They are the ones that invest in those pathways and ensure that we create successful pathways that students are going to do remarkably well in. We had an opportunity to see a successful pathway last year's FIU MDC Day when we saw the MAGIC Animation and Gaming articulation, the AS in Animation and Gaming, go to FIU's Carter. Very innovative articulation agreement because we don't articulate AS degrees as much, but that came as a result of collaboration and talk out of FIU MDC Day that has always been in the work. So guided pathways. We also heard last year from our colleagues from the psychology department who offered research opportunities to MDC AA students who are getting ready to graduate and were heading to FIU to pursue a bachelor's in psychology. So opportunities for our students at MDC to participate in extracurricular activities at FIU, getting them acclimated with upper division coursework, getting them acclimated with research opportunities and opportunities that they might find on another campus. And then lastly, we heard from our TRIO programs to talk about wraparound student support and how imperative that is to make successful transfer. Now, those are the three key ingredients to successful transfer. But to most of us in the room, we know that. We know that. But interestingly enough, when we presented this information at our National Institute for Student Transfer Success presentation, everybody in that room kept asking, well, how do you do it at scale? How do two big systems come together to do it? And I brought them back, Janie and I brought them back to this very day, because this is the day where it all gets started. And in a minute, you're going to hear about two products that have come out of last year's FIU MDC Day as a result of signing ceremonies that are going to take place momentarily. But you're also going to see and hear about some things that you might be picking up on for this year, like education. I know there's something cooking there, and business as well. But you also have other opportunities. So what I say to you is that when you have an opportunity to go into these breakout sessions, think innovatively. Think about how you can do something that might never have been done before. And it's okay to put that out on the table because we are a room full of thinkers and innovators and educators that know that there has to be a way to try to make this happen. MAGIC and Carter showed us that way. We also have AS degrees from our fire sciences program into disaster management. We have a lot of things that are on the table between these two institutions. And what we tell institutions at this conference that we were at who have difficulty coming together as collaborators, we tell them how to kind of get that started. Your presidents have to be aligned in their vision. You as departments have to come together, and you in student service supports have to come together to see how you can bring two institutions together to do the work that we do and we've been doing for 26 years now. So congratulations to all of you for continuing this work, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we do this 2024 year. So with that said, I'm going to bring Mr. Robert Parando back up to the stage to get the signing ceremony started. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Thank you, Drs. Valdez and Jarafa. Next, I would like to introduce MDC's Executive Vice President and Provost. Dr. Malou Harrison is a respected leader with more than 35 years of transformative leadership experiences, championing the cause of historically underserved students in public higher education at the university and college level. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Malou Harrison.
Oh my goodness. So Robert actually said to me, it's very slippery. So Robert, thank you for that alert. I didn't slip. Everything's fine. So we're good. We're good. Almost. So good morning, everyone, Miami-Dade College, and to our esteemed colleagues from Florida International University, President Pumariega, President Jessel, my dear colleague, Dr. Behar, faculty, administrators, staff, and students. And Phil mentioned our students, and that's the reason we're here. And it's been said from the very moment that Trustee Alonso opened up this meeting this morning. And so I'd like to ask our students to stand and be recognized Please stand up. Thank you so much for being here. This is a great reminder of why we do our work, and many thanks to Dr. Michael Lenigan for bringing your students here today, our social science esteemed faculty member here at Miami-Dade College. So everyone has said this coming up to the podium, that this is truly, truly a special day. And there's been a lot of boasting about affiliations to Miami-Dade College and Florida International University, so I'm going to do my own. So as I came in this morning to the sign-in table, just went to the first spot and gave my name to sign in, and they said, oh, FIU or MDC? And I said, well, both. Oh, well, where do you work? Okay, Miami-Dade. Oh, you have to go to the other side. And I said, no, but I want to sign in on the FIU side because I'm an FIU graduate and a very proud FIU graduate. And so, today is truly about the transfer, Connect for Success, but it's about so much more. So much more in terms of the impact that has been spoken about already, and the great impact that these two outstanding and high impact institutions bring to our community. And as I heard school board member and MDC trustee Robert Alonso speak, I thought, why don't we have an MDCPS MDC FIU Day, right? Because what we are about is truly strengthening the pipeline and pathway, not just from the college level to the university level, but truly from K through 20. So that's something, Janie and Phil, you may want to think about. How do we get all three institutions, the three public institutions in our community that are making such a huge impact, not only on primary, secondary, and post-secondary education, but truly creating that pipeline and pathway to careers and the world of work. And so when we talk about pathways and talent pipeline and how we really advance and amplify the talent here in our community such that our community will be more robust with the right mix of talent for our industries, today is a day that's very important. And you heard already that Miami-Dade College's School of EdTech, Engineering and Technology, and FIU's College of Engineering have been working together very closely, collaboratively, and with a sense toward what does the industry need in terms of engineering and technology in talent. And so today we're very, very pleased to be signing an articulation agreement that brings the College of Engineering of FIU and the School of EdTech at MDC together. And so Miami-Dade College baccalaureate students in information technology, data analytics, cybersecurity, electrical and computer engineering have a pathway, a seamless pathway to Florida International University's College of Engineering in those same areas of data science, IT, computer and electrical engineering, cybersecurity, and we truly, truly are very pleased about this. Miami-Dade College is also bringing forward a baccalaureate in applied science in artificial intelligence. That program builds upon 2 college credit certificates in AI awareness and AI practitioner, an already established AS degree in AI, and then this forthcoming AI in baccalaureate degree in applied AI in the fall term. We will be adding that program to this articulation agreement once that program is fully established and in force this fall. So with that, I'd like to also thank a few colleagues on the Miami-Dade College side, starting with Dean Manny Perez, I don't see VP Antonio Delgado. Is he here? I know you were on a trip to AACC for the past 4 days and some nights. Chairperson, your name was already called. And so many faculty that worked together to make sure on the MDC side that their partnership with the Florida International Student side came to fruition for today's signing. So thank you very much for the partnership, and this is going to really be a game changer for MDC, for FIU, and particularly the students who will be impacted. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Harrison, President Pumariega, President Jessel, Provost Behar, if you could please join us on stage for this wonderful occasion. All right, well, this is the audience participation portion of the program. We will assist the presidents by counting down from 5, followed by a thunderous applause to help them sign, all righty? Presidents, are you ready? Provosts, witnesses, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? Help me down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty. If everybody could just remain on stage, I will introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is FIU's Provost and Executive Vice President. Dr. Elizabeth Behar currently serves as Provost, Executive Vice President, and Chief Operating Officer at Florida International University. As Provost, Dr. Behar is a key member of the university's executive leadership team and charged to define, refine, and support the strategic direction for the university. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Elizabeth Behar. This is slip-proof now.
This is slippery. Yes.
I know you guys think, but when we tell you this is a slip and slide.
So good morning, everyone. Just so because we are amongst friends and family, right? This is truly a family event. It's like there's an extra coat of Armorall on the floor. It's not about the heels. It's certainly, it's not about us. It's not too much coffee, not enough coffee. This is certainly an event. You
Not your heels are walking.
So good morning. It is certainly an honor to be here, and I am not sure that I can say anything new because we have had, right, the leaders of our community, the leaders of our higher education institutions, President Pumariega and President Jessel, and my colleague in the academy, Dr. Harrison, already speak. Certainly, Phil and Janie, we appreciate all the hard work. I think one of the things that we talk about, right, is the friendship, the collaboration, the true friendship, the true respect, the true collaboration. Sometimes we share employees, we're not only students, we share employees and leadership. And when we say that, when we recognize, right, a transition, we also recognize that the students win, that Miami wins, that our community wins, when we don't lose anyone to the University of Minnesota or Michigan, that, right, we say, well, you'll go to Miami-Dade, come back, you're going to FIU, you'll be back in a different role, in a different capacity, and a different opportunity for growth. So we're certainly really here to thank. I'm here to introduce the next signing ceremony, which is a result of that action. That we talk about articulation in action, we talk about that impact. So this conversation began certainly long before, but last year, but was solidified at last year's conversation around hospitality management, around our thriving economy in hospitality and tourism management, and what we could do, right, when we put our minds together. And when we even talk about the national numbers, it's not even about the numbers. Because folks can have really good numbers, but we do it at scale. We do it exponentially. And other institutions, other states are dumbfounded. And I say, just come. It's not about the cafecito. It's about our institutions, our higher education institutions, us. We roll up our sleeves and we embody the grit, the resilience, the determination that makes this community, right, the leader in Florida and one of the key drivers to Florida's economy. So I want to start off with the hospitality management and thanking Sarah Tusky and Shelley Fano for their work. They're here, yes. Stand to be recognized. Already standing, okay. I really do appreciate the work that has been done, right? We are going to ask the presidents now to sign the bachelor's in applied the BAS in supervision and management with a hospitality concentration to articulate directly to an FIU Master of Science in Hospitality Management. So this is taking a student all the way from graduating high school, potentially, right, simultaneously as awarding an AA degree, but when they're working through their BAS, that they know that that end road is a management degree, a master's degree. Because when we talk about hospitality and tourism management, we're not just talking about, right, frontline workers, which are critical to the experience, and we understand that entire ecosystem. But it is about the next level of C-suite managers and executives who are driving innovation and change in hospitality and tourism management. So much so that FIU's hospitality management degree is now number 6 in the country and 31 in the world, according to the latest QS rankings. So when we work together, what we also do is guarantee that our students, our community members, can get the best in class, best in the world education without leaving. Who would want to leave? We live in a community where not only people can vacation, but people can become executives, and people can thrive, and people can grow and learn and contribute to the economic prosperity of this community, our great state of Florida, and the nation. And in fact, the Department of Labor of the United States actually solidified that our economic growth statistics in hospitality are threefold the national average, because we know things are happening here in South Florida and in Florida, and economic prosperity is at the heart of what we do. So these 4+1 students, which we know we focus on time to degree at every single level, these students, right, will not only just be progressing in a timely manner and talking about graduating, as President Pumariega and President Jessel said, without debt, but it is a value. It's not that it's just cheap. It's that it is one of the best degrees you can get in the country and one of the best degrees you can get in the world. Again, along the connected stages of the Miami-Dade College graduation stage and just walking across that FIU stage a few semesters later with a master's level degree. We are also, might be not hot off the press for everyone here or for a few folks, but also committed at FIU and MDC Wilson with enough need and interest by the students to co-locate some of those educational opportunities. So FIU could be offering some master's degree courses at MDC Wilson's campus to work with some of those future C-suite executives who want to continue to work. And so by offering this program, what I'm sharing with you is not only are we signing a piece of paper, but we are sending a message to our students and to our community that we believe in them and that we believe in their ability to thrive and to continue to lead in this community at the highest levels, supporting themselves, our community, and the economic growth and development of the state of Florida. So we are so proud of this opportunity. I thank you very much, and I actually don't look forward to walking back to that table, but I look forward to this opportunity. I will tread carefully. So, thank you, sir.
All right, audience, well, here we go again. Presidents, are you ready? Provosts? Audience, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the pictures, please. Good. Stay in place, Dr. Harris.
I think this was done on purpose to see how agile we are and what kind of balance we have up here. But at this time, to close this segment of the ceremonies, I'm going to ask my colleague, Dr. Behar, to join me here.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, no, please. So, Dr. Behar and I have both, and Janie and Phil, we've all spoken about how fortunate we feel to have such exuberant leadership in our college president and university president, President Pumariega and President Jessel. And so on behalf of the students, and again, we're so heartened to see students here in the room this morning for this auspicious occasion, but we would like to present our college and university presidents this morning with a small token on behalf of Miami-Dade College and FIU students. And these students are technology students who have created, developed, and manufactured a really, really cool piece that we would like to present to both of you. So, I'm sorry, we're going to ask you to stand to receive your gifts. And we need them to open the gift. .3D printed, as I said, created and developed by our students.
And next up to the slip and slide, I proudly invite Mr. Kirk Pascal, MDC Grant Director, and Ms. Marianne LaMonica, FIU Grant Director, to share insights on our long-standing and very successful collaboration, the Humanities Edge. Directors?
Good morning, everyone. Oh my gosh, they're not kidding. And I don't have heels, and I would be the one to fall, for real. So my name's Kirk Pascal. I am director of the Humanities Edge Partnership, which is a pathway partnership program that's supported by the Mellon Foundation. And we've just completed 2 3-year iterations of our program. So we've been in existence for 6 years and actually 6 months. We're so proud of this opportunity, this pathway partnership. And after about 4 years working on this program, I can look around this room and see so many faculty, administrators, and leaders who have been integral in giving us a platform to make our program successful. This is just, we just submitted at the end of this year a renewal request. We're invited to submit a renewal request from the Mellon Foundation. And this is actually a quote from our application, which states that our institutional alliance leverages the strengths of 2 of the largest majority minority serving institutions in the country. And as President Jessel and President Pumierga and the provost mentioned, that's true. There is no comparison to the reach and diversity of our program, and it really gives us great strength and pride when we're communicating with other institutions that are being supported through the CCUP program by the Mellon Foundation. I'd like to just open, because everything that we could say, and I have a lot that I could say after 6 wonderful years of accomplishments, I'd like to start out by actually sharing some of our student voices. I feel like they are absolutely, hands down, the very best testament to everything our program has done. Let me just start with that.
I learned about the undergraduate research program from my Professor Brysoni. She told me about the great opportunity to expand my research from her class.
And she asked me if I ever thought about tutoring. And in my head, I was thinking, me, out of all students? But after going over it, I was like, yes, I would be interested in it.
Before I started, I was really concerned about how I was gonna be able to draft this whole project from beginning to end. Luckily, now that I've gone through the process, I understand that there really is a whole village behind us.
I worked with a particular student who was also Jamaican. And when he started the class, he was struggling and he was worried. And when he realized that I too was Jamaican, he really took to me and we created a bond.
So one of the challenges that I faced as a peer writing mentor was definitely public speaking. So this was definitely something new, to just go out and work with students one-on-one, but also present in a classroom setting. That was very intimidating to me at first, and it was definitely one of the challenges that I had to overcome.
One of my mentees gave me an out-of-the-blue comment, just saying how much she appreciated my help. She was a mother of 3 children, and she still had time, and she was just thanking me, and I was so grateful that I was the person that could be there for her.
My mentor, Dr. Lennigan, was my cheerleader. He was my path builder. He was one of the reasons I was able to finish it. I was able to continue it. It was one of the more empowering things.
I realized that I enjoyed the routine because it made me work more efficiently, and also made me a more dedicated student, since I was supposed to be a role model for the class.
I learned that I had more patience than I initially thought.
If I was too scared, if I gave into the fear of just having to speak in front of a classroom, having to speak one-on-one, I never would have reaped the benefits of this great opportunity.
I learned that I love helping students achieve their goals and work towards a degree.
Drama can be used as a tool, not just for entertainment, but for learning.
All of our experiences are different, whether in the country that we come from or the reason that we're here or how long we've been in the country, but it's all magical to see the way that we take this opportunity that's been handed to us.
That was my challenge in the humanities, trying to find a career. But now, through research, I realized there's monetary value in what I'm doing. Challenging myself to try to finish a research paper within even a more limited time scope. Try to finish a research paper and using a new research method.
The peers get one step closer to earning their degree, but the mentors get to be the person that drives them towards it.
This project provides the mentors with countless opportunities for self-discovery.
I think it's really good to have that peer mentor to check in on you, see how you're doing, see how your day is going, how your week is going, in addition to helping you with your studies.
For a lot of us, it's the first time that we're able to do student research, and it's just beautiful to see what all of us create at the end.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to invite a few members of our team up on stage. First of all, I want to credit Dr. Michaela Tomova, our Vice Provost, who is also the principal investigator for our program. And I want to thank her for giving us such a wonderful platform. I'm going to get into some of the great accomplishments of our program, but I did want to credit Dr. Tomova for all she's done as a leader to guide our program. Thank you. And I'd like to invite Dr. Barsoni up to the stage, who is one of our faculty steering leads. We have 4 faculty steering leads. I'd also like to invite Professor Omar Figueres, I think, if he was able to make it. Okay, I think we're going to have Chair Phipps come up in Professor Figueres' place, and also Adelina Rios, who is our office specialist and helps with moving a lot of administration behind the scenes. So just to touch on some of the accomplishments of our program, first of all, we have worked with a network of 86 faculty across 7 campuses, which is tremendous reach. The faculty are for sure the eyes, the ears, the mouths, the minds behind our program, and that network of 86 faculty still continues to grow. We're so grateful for everything, all of the dedication that our faculty and their talent that they bring to our program, and that's not to mention FIU, which my counterpart will bring up momentarily. In addition, our program, we started a undergraduate research co-curricular program called HERP, Humanities Edge Undergraduate Research Program. We've completed in the 6 years of the grant so far 117 undergraduate research projects. Our faculty, the 86 faculty that I just mentioned, have presented over 250 co-curricular activities across 7 campuses, and that is really, that's the beginning. And as we also stated in our proposal to the Mellon Foundation for the current iteration, the work that we do starts at day 1 in the classroom, and obviously that's a credit to the faculty for creating this sort of programming where they connect with and inspire students and give them connections to continue to pursue their passion. We've had over 40 students that have presented at undergraduate research conferences so far, and we've completed our 8th iteration of the undergraduate research program. So those are just some of the accomplishments. For a little more, actually, these are a lot more of what we've done, which I'm not going to read because I could be here for an hour and a half reading everything that our program and our students and our faculty have accomplished. So these are some of the organizational partnerships that we've developed, which have given our students invaluable experience to make connections, have experience build their resumes within their humanities fields. And just again, to accentuate the hard work that our faculty have done, this is just 1 term's worth of programming that our faculty have organized and presented across 7 campuses. So we're so proud and grateful for all of the work that's done. And so, adding on to this, two of the programs that the Humanities Edge has helped to support have been, one of them has been Excellence Across the Curriculum, which was the brainchild of Dr. Barsoni and a handful of other amazing faculty at North Campus. And the other one was the Student Writers Conference. This is of many college-wide programs, but these have been ongoing. And these allow us an opportunity to actually institutionalize some of the amazing work we've been able to do through co-curricular programming to bring it into the actual curriculum. So we actually just are so proud to have presented the fourth iteration of Excellence Across the Curriculum 2 days ago on Monday, and I'd love for Dr. Barsoni to come and share some insights about that program.
Thank you. Thank you, Robert. I made it. Thank you, Mr. Pascal. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really happy to be here. As a former FIU student, alumna, I got both my master's and PhD at FIU. I'm very proud of that. And President Pumariega, thank you for sharing your story. Trustee Alonso, Dr. Harrison. Dr. Harrison, we have a lot more in common. Actually, we are both proud parents of former MDC preschool graduates, right? I had to say that. But I'm here about EAC today. So excellence across the curriculum. Excellence across the, thank you, Kirk. I can do that. Don't fall. Okay. Excellence Across the Curriculum is our annual showcase of course-based undergraduate research. And we started this endeavor 4 years ago with the team. It's one of my dreams, and a major one of my dreams. But it's also a dream of many of my colleagues here. Dr. Rodriguez, who cannot be here today, but Professor Garman, Professor Victor Gomez, we all have done work to showcase the great work that our students do, whether it's undergraduate research strictly or more on a creative side, until one day we got together and created the symposium. And I want to thank Dr. Tomova, really, because before she was vice provost, she was our academic dean here, and she really encouraged us, nudged us to do this, to create this forum. And because of the President Innovation Fund, we were able to make this happen. So I want to thank all that support. I want to thank my campus president, Fermin Vasquez, and the cabinet, because they're really, truly great champions of the cause. And of course, the Humanities Edge has supported us from the beginning and is now sustaining us. And I want to thank Mr. Pascal and the team to not only supporting us, but really making course-based undergraduate research a focal point of this new iteration of the grant. So what we do, as I said briefly, is we just provide a forum for the students to showcase the great work that they do in the class. And Dr. Valdez was talking about the STEM Smart Symposium, right? Those experiences, we know our students are doing great in those mentored experiences that we are able to provide them through those STEM grants, through the undergraduate research that we do with Humanities Edge. But the students need to get there. And so I feel our mission is to provide that initial boost, to tell these students that, yes, you can do this. You are able to do this. You're doing great work in the class, and you can continue. Because sometimes what they're lacking is that boost of confidence. So I like to think that we give them that boost of confidence that they need to go on, and they do wonderful things. And they do wonderful things. This time last year, a student, Camila Lorenzo Roca, was recommended by Professor Bovey, presented at EAC. A year later, she was in San Francisco presenting like her third research project since then. And EAC was her first public forum where she shared her work. Carla Perez Vasquez, you saw her in the video. She was my student. She presented last year at EAC. She then became a peer writing mentor. She was sharing her testimony regarding that. And then this summer, hopefully, she'll be doing the STEM summer research with a faculty mentor. Did she think she could do it? No, she didn't. She needed that nudge, that encouragement that Dr. Tumola once gave us. Now we're giving to students to go and get it done. And I have many other examples. I have the receipts. I have lots of examples to share with you. So that's what we do. And when I say we, it really, truly is a team. The professors I mentioned, but learning resources, Dr. Tolak should be here somewhere in the crowd. Learning resources, really, we couldn't do it without them. And there's no committee. I have to say there is no official EAC committee here where, you know, people have to do this. Everybody is doing it because they believe in it, because they believe in the cause. So that is what we do briefly, and I'll be happy to talk to you more about what we do in the breakout session later today. Thank you.
I just want to add, for Monday's Excellence Across the Curriculum program, we had 35 students that proposed for that event from 6 campuses, and we just made the move the initiative to spread this program college-wide. It's a big accomplishment. We had 29 students that presented on Monday, and we're so proud and grateful for that. So I also wanted to welcome Chair Phipps to talk about the Student Writers Conference briefly.
I swear I'm not looking at my phone. Oh, can you hear me? Yeah. I'm not Omar Figueras, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, he loves, or fortunately, he loves FIU so much that he went to FIU this morning. So I am at the last minute. He's panicking. I'm like, I'm standing by the mosaic bear. Where are you? And he's, you know, he's a creative type, so we have to understand, right? He's a poet. I'm standing by a panther. You know, it shows exactly so. But here I am, and I can easily talk about the Student Writers Conference. I know I wore the wrong color. I should have worn blue. I can tell that now. But I wore the right shoes because I'm not slipping as much. And I'm not going to speak as well as he would about this program that he created. It comes from his heart and soul. He and Professor Victor Calderon started it in 2020. And it's a very unique experience. Somebody was talking in the beginning about those engaging experiences that we offer students. This is one of them. I have been working on NEH grants to build on this. We haven't quite got there yet, but we will. It's a student writers conference, and if you're in the writing world and creative writing, that is what writers do. They go to conferences, they go to workshops, they go to retreats, and they learn the craft of writing and they learn about other writers. But we do it for students, and we do it for our students, FIU students, the community, and public school. So we have that continuum. May 31st, 2025 will be the next one. What Victor and Omar are able to do, because they are both writers in South Florida, and the focus is on South Florida writers, is bring in the most amazing writers. I mean, we've had Richard Blanco, we had John Dufresne. I mean, I say we like it's me, no. They have everybody, it's amazing. They have other faculty, they have students, and really give everybody a chance to write during the Student Writers Conference. But more than that, meet other writers and see, oh, there is a life. And they're not all English teachers, and they're not all, a lot of them are doing other things to support their writing. So students see that. You saw one of the students in the, when students were speaking, Lady, she's actually working for scheduling now. But she was one of our creative writers who moved through this process and really came from those creative writing classes. The other thing I will say is that they really capitalize on the partnerships that Miami-Dade already has, the cultural capital that we have, the Miami Book Fair, the Miami, all the things that feed into it, because these two faculty members are so in that world, they bring everyone in. So it's a great program. Couldn't do it without all the things, all the supports that you know, learning resources. The Humanities Edge has been the spark for that. And we're going to find a way to institutionalize it, because that's really what grants are for, is to get something started and then continue it. So thanks for letting me be Omar for the day. I will continue that. And back to you, Kurt. Okay.
Thank you, Chair Phipps. I'd also just like to introduce our office specialist, Adelina, who helps with all of our work behind the scenes. So just touching on our objectives for the future, obviously our goal here is to institutionalize the work, to build on the high-impact practices that our faculty and administrators have developed over the last 6 years. As referenced in the two projects we just talked about, we feel like we're poised in a tremendous position to do that. We're super confident and excited about the next 3 years. So obviously the objectives: career legibility, curricular innovation, student transfer success, and faculty development. And to close my section, because of course the transition to FIU is equally as important as all of the work we do to, I guess, primarily to be a feeder, right, to engage students from their first day at the community college. But I wanted to touch on, actually, I think Janie was the first one to mention this, the transformative experiences. And that really is what this is about. And for us, working behind the scenes, for Adelina and myself, that's the part that's so tremendously energizing. I just can't say enough about how proud and excited we are to get to work with these students and to see them grow. And we started this program when we were all still remote, so it's all the more vivid to get to work with these students, to develop relationships, see students present at conferences. And this is one example I wanted to mention. This was actually last October, the Mellon Scholars Conference at the University of San Francisco, and we collaborated with a couple of the members of the FIU team I see over here. Charles Donate, who is leads the Excellence in Writing program at FIU, and Chair Sean Christian, who collaborated with us on putting together this presentation, and it could not have been more beautifully done. We went to San Francisco. We brought 2 of our star students, which we have many of them. This is just one small example. I wish I could talk about all of our students that we had the time to. But in the red shirt is Andrew Ruby, who actually started as a peer writing mentor through our program under the guidance of Professor Brooke Bavay here at North Campus. He ended up attending our Summer Heart program and subsequently transferred to FIU and started working with Charles Donate as his supervisor as a writing tutor at FIU. And then additionally, we have Apollinaire Mendoza, who was a part of, actually we met by chance, he just started at this campus as well. Dr. Barsoni and I did a presentation to try to engage and recruit students. He came up and talked to me afterwards. We got him involved in our undergraduate research program. And he was his mentor was Dr. Lenigan, who's also in the room, who's been such a tremendous champion of our program. But again, these two presented in San Francisco. We also had Giselle and Marianne. Giselle had already transferred at FIU. And in the picture on the upper left, that is actually Chris Coe, who is our program manager at the Mellon Foundation. And it was just such a tremendous experience for Mellon to actually be in the room, sitting in the front row, and to see how amazing our students were. And they really are stellar. So with that, I want to transfer the mic over to my counterpart at FIU. And again, I want to thank you all so much for all you do and for spreading this network and these opportunities. Thank you.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Kirk. So I want to add my voice to thanking the presidents who are here with us today and the provost. Provost Behar and I work very closely. She's the PI on our Humanities Edge grant. And I want to also acknowledge all of the FIU faculty and staff, including our faculty leads who are the chairs of our departments of English, Art and Art History, and History, as well as our evaluator, Tekla Nicholas, and Charles Donate, who's already been mentioned, chair of the English department, Sean Christian. I'm not sure if Chair Tori Arpad is here, and Victor Uribe, who I know couldn't be here with us today. So as Kirk mentioned, this is now the third iteration of this Humanities Edge grant. So we're very happy that Mellon noticed the good work we were doing over the past 6 years and offered us the opportunity to create a new partnered proposal for a third iteration of the grant. And as Kirk already shared, the 4 objectives are faculty professional development, curricular innovation, career legibility, and of course the transfer pathway to FIU. So MDC student success, thank you. I should have done that. We're not hearing Andrew, but Andrew did a wonderful word performance, a poetry performance during that conference in San Francisco. So MDC student success begins, of course, with the Humanities Edge program here, but continues with transfer to FIU. And our Student Bridge program, known as HEART for History, English, and Art, are the 3 disciplines that are mapped through this grant program. The Bridge program, of course, provides opportunity for transfer-ready students, and some of those who have already transferred and are enrolling in the fall semester to participate in a humanities focus on-campus experience at FIU. And I think experience, again, you're hearing that a lot today, this idea of experiential learning is really key to what happens in the Humanities Edge. So while on campus, students get to meet FIU faculty, academic advisors, financial aid, and others who are there to help them with transfer readiness if they haven't already transferred. Students really tell us at the end of the program how important it was for them to meet one-on-one with our faculty. They find that, you know, an incredible experience because it brings down the anxiety of the idea of transferring to the university. We also visit some of our on-campus resources like our Special Collections Library, which is really part of the idea that they're learning about primary source research, which is so critical to the work that's done in the humanities. And they're introduced to research theories and practice in the humanities. Students also engage in skill-building workshops with both MDC and FIU faculty and staff, and including our peer writing mentors, which have already been mentioned. They play a key role in providing guidance and support to the students while they're on campus at FIU, and are also a key for when students transfer, because students tell us that they're so happy that they already know people on campus, and they feel like they have a place to go to meet others and already have that connection. And last but not least, students, we have an opportunity to give the students a stipend for their attendance on campus, which of course, you know, is very important to them. The students who attend the Bridge program are what we consider our Humanities Edge cohort. So those are the students we're mapping in terms of our data. And as I mentioned, Tekla Nicholas is the program evaluator. And as you can see on the slide, and I won't go through each point, but as of this past fall, so including the fall 2023 semester, we have had 131 students who have participated in the program. So that includes the cohorts from 2018, 2019, 2020, 20 was not among them, and then 21, 22, and 23. Most of those students in the first cohort have graduated, over about 67%, and in the 2019 cohort, 48%. So of course the numbers get a little lower as we go on because the students are still active at FIU. We have also found that most students, 90% of them, have remained in their humanities discipline that they chose at transfer. So that's really important for us. Most humanities students also have done very well academically. 82% have current or final GPAs of 3.0 or higher, and 60% have a cumulative FIU GPA between 3.5 and 4.0. And again, that's a credit to our amazing faculty and the support services at FIU. And as already been mentioned, graduation rates for our cohorts are also very high. They're over 83%. So that's something we're very proud of. Of course, student success begins with our faculty, with curricular innovation and faculty professional development. And as Kirk has already mentioned, we have tried to create experiences where we bring MDC and FIU faculty together to participate in these opportunities. Two of the important things that are recently happening and will continue are our FIU Writing Across the Curriculum program, as well as a new project which is called the Science and Fiction Lab. And we have had partnered MDC and FIU faculty participate in the Science and Fiction Lab to create what they call jigsaw modules to include in some of their coursework. And the idea, again, is to combine humanities training with STEM training. And we plan, of course, to continue these collaborations in the future. The third point, slide up there, is for the Ethnographies of Work program, which is a program that we started back in 2020. And it really is the focus of what we do in terms of experiential learning during the HEART program, the Summer Bridge program. Ethnographies of Work is a curriculum that was developed at Gutman Community College in New York, part of CUNY. And what it does is to put work at the center of the curriculum. And so during the Summer Bridge program, students are engaged in a number of different workshops, and in the end they produce their own e-portfolio which they can take away with them. But one of the things is to begin that learning experience with an oral history experience. And so they learn a little bit of how to do it, and then the first night they go home and they engage with a family member, a friend. They could even engage with each other at the workshop. And they bring that story in the next day, and they use that as the basis for other creative activities. And as I said, it's a way of reflecting on the meaning of work in their own lives, whether it's with their own parents or their siblings or themselves. And it helps them clarify what it is they want to get out of their completing their degrees at FIU and going on to careers. And so career skills building is really important to what we do at the Humanities Edge. Another, I don't know how to begin, but
Today, Rooted Knowledge, Public Humanities
I'll come back to that.
is that we have serious conversations, but in an atmosphere that you all feel comfortable.
Collective gatherings like these where learning is exchanged in a more communal way. And so this is really a thrilling opportunity. It's the first gathering of this kind here at MANA.
We have representative here from Miami-Dade College, Giselle Rivero, and two FIU students, Cristina Fonfria and Sara Terrazas.
What remains the same is the sense of attachment that people feel to the space. And that is why many are fighting to retain their homes and land in the face of encroaching gentrification, while others are engaging in creative strategies to retain a sense of place.
So I didn't expect that to go off, but this is just one example of how students engage both with faculty and the wider community in gaining professional experience, in gaining experience speaking to the public and to other academics. So through co-curricular activities, which are offered both on campus and off, and in particular with our own units at FIU, such as the Patricia and Philip Frost Art Museum, the Wolfsonian, the Jewish Museum of Florida, and our own digital humanities collections. Students get hands-on work experience, but more importantly, they get mentorship from other professionals, including faculty. So as you saw in that video, last year, students who collaborated with faculty and what we call our collaborative research grants were able to present their work at a convening that we had with other community partners, which was called Rooted Knowledge, a Public Humanities Summit. Some students also traveled, students involved in those collaborative research projects were able to travel to Washington, D.C. to do primary source research, as well as to present their work with the Vernacular Architecture Conference in Plymouth, Massachusetts. So the Humanities Edge excuse me, motto is study what you love, gain the skills you need to succeed. So in addition to, of course, academic training, we also focus on career legibility, which is a big part of the Mellon Grant. And as you know, students receive paid internships, paid research fellowships, paid peer writing mentorships, career workshops and activities, conference attendance, support, and preparation and transition to graduate school. And like the Excellence across the curriculum conference, students also participate in an undergraduate humanities research conference at FIU, which is actually tomorrow, and we will have 2 MDC students joining us again, as they did, other students did last year. So we're very proud of those accomplishments. And so I'm going to move on and also end my presentation by thanking you all, but also by ending here with voices from our students who we know are benefiting from this amazing initiative. And what I think Provost Behar talked about, economic impact and things such as that. And I know some of our students who choose humanities are so concerned that they won't have a career path, they won't be able to make a living. And we know that the arts and creative industries are $135 billion industry nationally and also very important in our own community. So we want students to know that. And you'll hear some of our students speak to that point. So thank you very much.
Before I participated in the Humanities Edge program, I didn't really have an idea about professional opportunities in the professional world in the field of humanities. What I find most valuable about an education in the humanities and the arts is how easily you can connect to other people who share the same passion. It's kind of a misconception that there's not a lot of work for humanities students, and doing these internships has just shown me otherwise completely.
I was a part of the Humanities Edge Heart program for 2022 as a student, and then I became a peer mentor for the 2023 program. From being a student of the program, I actually got my job as a writing assistant, and it's an amazing job where I get to give feedback to other students and get an inside look into coursework that wouldn't necessarily otherwise be in my path. Coming from MDC, it was a little fish in a big pond because I just wasn't used to such big scale of a school, and so being a part of the cohort, it really helped me.
Hello, my name is Giselle Mesercal. I was part of the Humanities Edge Summer Heart program in 2022, which helped me a lot with my transition from Miami-Dade College to FIU. Right now, I'm doing an internship at the Frost Art Museum at FIU, which has been of great help for my career development as I want to be a museum curator. I have learned many skills relating to the curatorial program. It has also broadened my interest in Latin American art and wanting to continue my studies to a graduate program.
So thank you all on behalf of FIU and our students, and for preparing all of these, just 3 of the students, for their transfer and transition to FIU. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, well, thank you, Humanity Edge team. So this does bring us to the end of our program. I would like to recognize the entire MDC North Campus team, as well as the MDC FIU Planning Committee for their tireless efforts and being such wonderful hosts. Let's give them a round of applause. Please reference your agendas for concurrent sessions, locations, and times. And following your sessions, should you be interested in a tour of the beautiful North Campus, please return to this room where the tours will originate from. So that's it. Thank you, and I wish you all a wonderful MDC FIU Day.